Today I'm taking the Eurostar Plus to the Netherlands and taking you with me. We're traveling in style to see exactly what you get when you pay a little bit extra. Before we board, let's dine at Searcys, one of the oldest and classiest restaurants in the UK. And guess what? There was an impromptu stop in Brussels. Wait till you see the luxury hotel we landed in. If you love traveling in style, come with me. So we've arrived at London St Pancras and the architecture in here is absolutely stunning. And we're here because we are on our way to the Netherlands. We're taking the Eurostar Plus. So I'm going to take you with me and show you exactly what you get on the Eurostar Plus and the difference between that and the standard one. But we've got here 2 hours before, as they said we should, and they said we can't actually check in. So we're hungry and we figured let's go to Searcys to kill some time. They said we only need to check in an hour before. So guys, this is inside Searcys and my first impression is it is absolutely stunning. Very, very classy. This is one of the oldest restaurants in the UK, can you believe it? Established in 1845, and it was a pastry chef who established this place. His name was John Searcy, and this restaurant has actually survived 2 world wars. So I feel like I'm part of history right now, sitting down to a meal just before I head off on the Eurostar. So I've gone for these Korean spicy wings and some prawn tempura, and we've got a burger over here, cheeseburger with bacon and some fries. I was quite surprised actually by the menu. I expected it to be a little bit more traditionally British, I guess. I wasn't expecting to see Asian flavors on there, American flavors on there, but I'm not mad at it. I really fancied it. The atmosphere in here is absolutely beautiful. You know, I feel I've been transported back, and I love the branding on everything. Love the way they've done everything. It looks really, really nice. Here's my travel outfit, by the way, and I wanted to show you this bathroom because it's very nice, right? With the orchids and the way they've designed the bathroom. Yes, love it. Well, that was a really nice meal, I have to say, and the service was exquisite, absolutely amazing, definitely recommend it. Look, they've got champagne to go here, and actually Searcys has a very rich history with champagne. They actually held the royal warrant in the 19th century because Queen Victoria was the one who kind of set the trend for champagne, and Searcys were definitely at the forefront of that. And actually, during the World War, the champagne supplies were low, right? So what they did, they pioneered a drink with gin and cider, and they mixed it and they called it like a substitute champagne. And as you can see on my left, it's the iconic Searcys Champagne Bar. This was established in 2007 and is a main staple of St Pancras Station. Anyway, let's go and get our train, shall we? Well, as you can see, our train is here and we're about to jump on it to go to the Netherlands, which is about a 3-hour journey. And honestly, I love traveling this way because it's very direct. It's door to door. There's no going through the airport security and all of that. The security here is very simple. So the first big difference you will notice when you get on Eurostar Plus is the seats. They are slightly bigger, slightly more comfortable. The ones on standard are kind of a different fabric, and you get these headrests and you can kind of see what kind of leg room you get. I'm going to sit in so you can actually see the leg room, but this is what the seats look like on Plus. And here you can see the legroom. So I do have a little bit of space for my knees. They're not right up against the back of the other seat, and I can stretch my legs out. You can see that I've got quite a good gap between the two, and I'm about 5'6" for reference. You can see I can fit my bag here quite comfortably without having to really move, and I can stretch my legs out all the way and they don't touch the back. So That's the kind of leg room you can expect in Eurostar Plus, which is a lot better than the standard, I would say. The other thing is you get lots of little extras, I'll say, in here. For example, you've got a little hook to put your bag on, which, I mean, it doesn't actually fit on. I don't know if this hook is any good for me, but you know, you can put your bag on that hook and you still have plenty of space. And if you look here in the kind of console unit, this is what that looks like. And you can see the kind of space between me and the next passenger is a little bit bigger. You've also got your tray table, which is going to come in handy because they do serve meals on the Eurostar Plus, which is kind of the best part of it. Okay, guys, then we're off. And I will say that going by train is a very pleasant journey. It's very comfortable and, you know, you don't have the issues with takeoff and landing and all of that kind of stress. There's not loads of announcements either, so it's very quiet. And I tend to sit on here and watch a film and catch up on some work, listen to some podcasts. And honestly, it is very, very quick. I don't know what it is, but honestly, get on this train and then it's like, oh, we're there already. So really, really do recommend getting on the Eurostar. And here's another perk of Eurostar Plus. Now, the food is always cold in Plus. In business, I believe they serve hot food. But there's a nice salad here, a little bit of cake, a water. You can ask for wines and things like that. That's fine. I've got a nice little butter here. Love these sort of butters. And I have some bread as well. But yeah, you can get alcohol. You won't believe it, guys. I'm sitting here enjoying my meal, enjoying my drinks, and then they've just done an announcement and said that there's delays on the line and they're going to have to stop in Brussels because we're on a late train. They're not going to be able to make it to the Netherlands. And I'm like, panic. Everybody's panicking and going into the corridors and stuff, trying to work out what to do. I am a super planner, so I had planned for this in my Notion document. Comment below if you want me to give these as a downloadable, but I do plan for the worst. And I did say if we ever got stuck in Brussels, this is where we would stay. Luckily, Eurostar have set us up with a free hotel to stay in the night and then is going to put us on a train in the morning. So it's all very dramatic. I am a bit annoyed because we are going to miss kind of some of our time in the Netherlands, but they have sorted it out quite swiftly and it's all been done for us. So we don't have to pay any money out. They said we just arrive at the hotel and we can just check in and then rock up at the train station the next day and get on any train. So that's okay. Okay, so it's around 11 p.m. and we're all getting off the train here in Brussels. We have been delayed for nearly 3 hours. I think over 3 hours. Everybody's a bit tired. It was all a bit disaster movie-esque. People were like crowding in the corridors. People were coming up to me and saying, oh, do you want to share a taxi over to the Netherlands from Brussels? People were trying to band together and it was all a bit kumbaya. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I have to say that Eurostar dealt with it very, very smoothly. This is not an advert for them, by the way. It's not sponsored at all. I paid for this trip. But I was impressed with how they dealt with things. They sent us a text message. We didn't have to stand up and like crowd the hallways as everyone was. They sent us a text message with our hotel details. We got to choose what hotel we wanted to stay at. And they also said that they will refund the ticket that we've paid for. And all we've got to do is send an email in a day or two. So that was, I don't know, I think it was pretty smooth going. Remember, we didn't have travel insurance either. My top tip actually is to always book through the Eurostar app. Don't go through a third party, and that way you will benefit from kind of all the perks that Eurostar offer. So here we are at Brussels. I am so nervous now because I have no idea. I had a look at the hotel online. I looked at all the pictures, but I have no idea what it's going to be like. Luckily, it's next door to the train station. I did have a bit of a panic because they sent us a taxi and they said, yeah, we're going to send a taxi to take you to the hotel. So we were getting in the taxi. And then the taxi guy was like, the hotel is just there. It's literally just there. So it's next door. It's opposite the taxi rank and next door to Brussels train station. So we have not had to go far at all. So let's see what this is like. It's called the Pullman. And yeah, I mean, it looked good in the pictures, but I haven't done much research. So let's check it out. And you know what? We're just super tired at this point. We're not used to doing night travel. We normally do AM travel. I don't think I will get a night train ever again because it's just a bit kind of disconcerting traveling at night, I find. But first impressions of this reception, it's okay. And honestly, we just need somewhere to lay our heads now that's just clean and halfway decent, and we'll be fine. I think, you know, after being up all day, packing, and then getting on the train, that's all we need. We just need to chill. Well, that was a relief because we were just like, Eurostar sent us, and we showed them the text message and it was fine. It was all paid for. It was all done. So in case you're ever getting stuck in Brussels or you need to be in Brussels for a layover, here is what the Pullman Hotel rooms look like. Okay, guys, we have made it to the Pullman Hotel in Belgium. And this is the room. It's not bad. I wasn't expecting it to look like this. I don't know what I was expecting. All right, so you've got some wardrobe space here, some drawer space. So as you come in, you've got that with your slippers, etc. We come round here. Now, this is the bit I'm excited about because there is an espresso machine. And as you guys know, if there isn't an espresso machine, I'm just not interested in the hotel room. I'm joking. But it's nice to see that there is one here. And not only that, but we've got some Nespresso cups. So very happy with that. And then if I pan round here, you can see there's this rather interesting sofa area. It's kind of bizarre. I've never seen a sofa area quite like this in a hotel. And these lights are very cool as well. Have a look at those. Yeah, the lighting's quite cool. And this table's quite nice. And actually, because the table's quite nice, we've ordered some room service to have our breakfast in the morning here because it's right by the window and it's got a nice table. So yes. And then here is the bed. Let's see. Is it? I don't know. It's quite firm. So, and the sheets look nice. So yeah, it looks good. And what have we got over here? We've got just like a little kind of stool area. And what is that? Well, I suppose it's not even a stool, is it? It's a bedside table. You've got your curtains here. And if you come round here is the TV. So, yeah, it's quite good. You can sit at the bed and watch the TV nice and comfortably. You'd be surprised how many hotel rooms I go to where you can't watch the TV comfortably. And then ignore all of my paraphernalia for hygiene. And I didn't even bring everything because I wasn't expecting to be at this hotel. But what I quite like is this. It says right here, right now. Yes, I like this a lot. And I do feel like writing. I love a pen and paper and stationery, by the way. So, yeah, that really works for me. But yes, this is the room. So, it's clean and bright. It doesn't look too bad at all. Okay, so let's look at this bathroom. Wow, this was so hard to open. Okay, this is the bathroom. And it isn't bad at all. I love the fact that there's a nice big bath in here. And there is also a rainfall shower, which is nice. Now, I like to judge a bathroom on what products it's got. And I have never heard of these products, but I'm interested to try them because a lot of times I love trying out new products in hotels. I guess this is great advertising for them. This one is made in Italy. Has anyone heard of this product? Have you used it? Comment below, let me know. And I'll let you know how it is because I'm excited to use that. So one thing I do like is this. I know it's very random, but I like the fact that there's a Brabantia bin. I have a thing about a good bin in a hotel, and that's a good one. And this is the sink area, and the sink looks pretty nice.
yeah, it's quite basic and standard, you know, looking, but it's clean, modern, and it does the job. We've got some glasses over here as well, and just a few little amenities. So yeah, this is what it looks like.
When in Belgium, one must get Belgian waffles. However, I do not recommend the breakfast here. It came cold and it wasn't that great. I'm quite sure that if you go somewhere else in Belgium, you would experience a much better traditional breakfast. And it wasn't that hot, but you know what? Needs must. Okay guys, so this morning it is around about 8 a.m. and we have made it on the train to the Netherlands, which is actually only about a 45-minute journey. The thing is we got to the Eurostar. It was fairly simple to get on the train, but because all the trains were packed, because all the passengers from the other ones were on there, we couldn't get into our premier cabin. They did offer, but it was going to be all too complicated. So we're sitting on kind of makeshift seats. Here you can see what the seats look like that we're sitting on. And like I said, they did offer to move us, but because it's such a quick trip, we were just like, we'll sit here. We don't want to move. We've got the big suitcase, everything. So it generally was quite smooth to get on the train. The only thing I'll say is I'm super, super tired. Coffee was needed, guys. Coffee was needed. Okay, so we are almost over at Rotterdam, and I'm going to take you into one of the most amazing breakfast spots in the Netherlands, Jarmusch. So let's go and get some great pancakes and hopefully some nice waffles. Yes, we have made it. We have made it to Jarmusch. This one is one of my favorites. They are dotted all over the Netherlands, but this one in Rotterdam, love it. Look at this coffee and just check out these pancakes. They are so good. They say they're the best ones in the Netherlands. I don't know. This breakfast had like some vegetables and stuff if you want something a bit different, but I went for the fluffy pancakes. And of course, I wanted to get some waffles. After my disappointment in Belgium, I had to get some waffles too. It's been a long journey with lots of adventure, so I feel I deserve this breakfast. Wow, what a day. Well, I hope you enjoyed this adventure. I drop videos every Friday, so if cool escapes and curated city life are your thing, hit subscribe. This little corner is full of people with exquisite taste, and if you're still watching, you're one of them. Stay close, you're gonna love it here. Bye for now.